Check one. Check one, check two. All right. What's up, guys? We got a hectic week this week. Yeah, lots of goals. Wanted to fucking fill you guys in. Shit. My brain is fucking dead. We've been fucking going hard. I did want to touch base on what we're building here and what the objective is. I think everyone knows, like, hey, let's build a fucking billion-dollar company. That is the fucking goal, but it's not a race to that goal. I just want to make it very clear that what we're doing here is just trying to make a small, profitable, like, just a strong run business, and then grow and expand with, like, you know, staff and new projects, new product, new shows gradually as it grows and when it makes sense to do so. That is the objective. I don't want to make this super long. I just want to fill you guys in. It's getting fucking cold out. Yeah, let's jump into the week.
There's a lot of people doing the like I guess I don't know what to call it, like in the street, like camera in the street kind of thing, but like it's hard to pull off, and I just feel like you're really doing it. I'm building this like big network right now, and then like a TRL live show. Right. And I mean, that's why I want to talk to you too. Just like, I mean, there might be connections, but like, I just think if we ever do like a segment that's like, who's gonna be the person like live in the street, like that would be, I feel like you'd be good at that.
When you say live show, you mean yeah, what do you mean?
Imagine it was like once a week, everyone could tune in, and it was like this, you didn't know what was gonna happen. It was this live show.
A live funny talk show.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
But with pre-shot stuff too.
Okay, yeah.
If we wanted you to be on the live show, but we love what you're already doing, and you don't have extra time to go shoot us a different show for our thing, is there a way that like live show could buy not exclusive rights, but rights to cut what you did to like 2 minutes of like super fucking engaging content for the live show, and then 48 hours later, or whenever you like the deal is, then you just release on your YouTube channel your video. Okay. You know what I mean? And I just think it would just open up a door for creators to also like double down on the amount of money they can make. They get more exposure because they're in the live show.
I see what you're saying.
Does that kind of make sense?
So on the live show, there'll be segments of multiple creators, and then it'll kind of be like the ultimate, like...
They'll think your clip is like kind of live in a way.
Right.
At least it'll feel that way. I mean, they're not dumb. They're gonna know like it's edited. It's just a way of, instead of having to go produce that whole bit and then like hire that comedian to go do this whole thing and write the whole thing every week, it's like, why not just go work with what I think is the best for that segment that's already doing it anyways, and then goes like, oh cool, I could catch another bag for like letting you put it up first. Right. Think of the live show as MTV and how there's like time slots, like Fantasy Factory and all the ridiculousness, all these shows, they get 30-minute ad slots, right? Yeah. Picture like everyone that I'm gonna be talking to gets like a 2 to 10-minute ad slot. Like or not an ad slot, but they get like a placement. Yeah. And each week it's like, yeah, that's your slot for this amount of money or whatever that you get paid. You can like, you just gotta take care of that ad slot.
I think it'll work. I feel like in all aspects, whether it's smaller creators to bigger creators, I feel like you know.
Yeah.
Like and it's a good idea, and it's something new and different, you know.
So I got your invoice, and we were going over it, and we just had a few questions to kind of move forward, and then like I can present this to the network. We're thinking that maybe this show just makes sense to be a complete shorts channel, the whole thing at the start. Yeah. If we did make the first invoice more targeted towards like 60 seconds, does that bring costs down quite a bit, or do you think a lot of it is in just the startup costs in general?
Yeah, so there are certain things like character design, character rigging, those are kind of like set costs. Those don't really change if the animation is shorter.
If we committed more to this 60, 90-second window, like for future episodes, do you think 2 weeks still remains the same? 1 week to develop everything out, 1 week to animate? Is that pretty much like the shortest time window that you can go?
I think that really depends on how fast we can move with like storyboarding, because we are probably going to need a few days, even if it's only like 90 seconds, like maybe, I don't know, 2 days to do storyboard, but then you probably want to take a look at it. You have some revisions. So pretty quickly you're at a week then, I think. So that's, I think, the tricky part about wanting to do it fast.
Okay. What? Her 1 sec. Sorry.
It's gotta be you.
Yeah. Give me that. No. I can't hear that all day. So gross. Sorry. That first script we sent you definitely is like a lot of moving scenes and backgrounds. It's not simple. I'm gonna do a stab at like a draft of a script that's not as crazy as the first one, just to see if the price changes at all. Is there a way to get like a rough cost on what that would cost if like kind of all the groundwork's done and we just want to do a 60-second kind of comedy thing there?
Yeah, no, I think that should be possible. I can put that together for you tomorrow for sure. Yeah, I have time tomorrow.
That's going to be more the selling point. I think that I've got everyone on board the fact that like we're going to have to pay a pretty good chunk of money to like get the rigs made and, you know, the first starting costs and testing like the art styles and all that. But what they're mostly, because we want to see how quickly we can make this profitable too. It's nice to always do shit together, guys.
Yeah.
Right. And like all put our energy into it.
We are not hanging.
New bags, Austin.
Yeah, they look good.
Got the Sunday Athletic Club logo on them. Oh, while you guys are doing that, I bought some new toys.
Starts playing with Lincoln Logs.
What is that? Is that shoe shiner?
No, it's for getting slick back Jeezy here. So use this first. Comb it.
What are you, a horse?
Does it look good?
Are you going back to from the 20s?
Get this
You just glue stick your fucking forehead.
Yeah, that's what it said. Oh, there we go.
Careful. How do you keep it out? Oh, you gotta keep your thumb on the trigger. It's a two-hander. Is it going on?
Is that the instructions? Is it just chopstick?
Is that what There's gotta be a different strategy here. Great, Jesse. Wow.
The comb.
I mean, normally you would do this in front of a mirror.
It's working for
You got a
sure.
streak of horse jizz in there, but other than that,
Do what?
one little streaker, yeah.
And then you use the pomade.
The Suavecito.
Did you buy this in like a 3-banger pack?
I tried to buy a comb and then it got me. I think I gotta really hit the sides because that's the part that like doesn't.
There you go.
Imagine doing this on a date. It got some 1 second.
I will say though, when you started, I did not think it was gonna look like this at the end of this.
Like it looks good.
It looks better than when you started. Yeah, it's like got a wet look to it. When you started, you were just dry sticking your head.
Like a little wet rat.
How do you get it out?
Huh?
Is it like waxy?
Oh, this is just part of your life from now on.
You're all gooped up. You stay gooped
You're
up.
all cooped. What you just called me? I look like Patrick Swayze. It just never like actually looks like Jeezy. Oh yeah. I think you gotta believe it.
I could smack your head and just stick.
More or
So
less.
it's kind of like tight around the sides,
Yeah.
but it's longer on top, or they just.
I mean that's the real like.
Holy shit, it worked.
She's floating.
We're hanging.
But I don't like the carabiner on there like that because it'll scratch eventually.
Yes.
How are you gonna do all that and then put the hat on?
Now it looks proper.
Oh.
The fuzzballs coming out, boy.
Oh.
It looks like a fix, but not a. I mean, it's not pretty. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
You know, running around.
Yeah. Well, sorry I missed yesterday. But I'm glad you and Kara got to talk because I wanted you to just connect with her anyway. I felt like connecting you two and just being able to talk through it would help.
Yeah.
Overall.
No, she's really cool and it went really well. I'm definitely gonna run through the shot list that we kind of did together and that I presented to her. For this exact pilot with Jake Paul, what are some extra things that we could do or like cool things, you know, just to make it a banger. I was talking to her too about like this Carl character a bit and like I wanted to make sure that wasn't just my creative and everyone else was on board with that because there's pros and cons to doing it. I think that like you could get old of doing that when you could have just been yourself. It's not like I'm this fictional character. Like I could be still Jesse, but it's like playing a bit into the fact of like the storyline that we're doing and the character. Yeah, just being a little more live on camera.
Yeah. And I think as we do it too, is like me and your on camera kind of relationship will kind of start developing and I think there's just going to be stuff that we're not going to even think of that'll just happen, you know, and be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that was a good idea.
Yeah, 100%. I think you almost can't plan too much when it comes to the character shit. I've learned.
All right, I'm on it. I'll keep you posted, guys.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank you
sounds
so
good.
much, man.
We'll talk to you.
All right, brother. Talk to you.
Yeah, enjoy your day, eh?
Yeah, you too. It's almost done.
Yeah. It's so close. Fuck. It is one of those days. It's like, oh man, things are going so well. Oh man, how's this all working out? Like production on one side, this, and then it's just like everything's like falling apart. People are like, yo, can you do like, I got offered to do 3 podcasts today. And I'm like, no. I mean, I guess that's not a negative.
I was thinking about starting a podcast if you want to give me an exclusive.
I do want it to feel like something special than just like they're on a late night show. I want him to be relatable. I want people to be like, he isn't this figure that's kind of only making fun of rich and powerful and all that. Like, you want him to feel like he's just like the average Joe who does coke and parties and fucking is broke and he's trying to make this show work.
Have you heard of Save the Cat?
No.
It's just a term with writing. It's like, usually there's a moment where like, let's say the bad guy saves a cat or something. So like
Okay.
he's doing all this shit, but then you see him in this 1 second where like he holds the door open for someone or like, and then you're like, oh, okay, I can see like,
Makes you care about the character.
yeah. It literally makes you think like, oh, he's this way because of something like and it's like a subconscious like thing where you care about that character even though they're a fucking asshole. It's just good writing to like make your characters multi-dimensional, you know?
I feel like maybe you could get a hint of maybe the thing, like I like the idea that people are rooting for him. He's kind of the underdog. Something where it's like the success of this YouTube show
Yeah.
it is actually the success of his late night show. Like, it kind of coincides so people want to share it and like be a part of it.
Even if there's like in the credits, like him just like editing it like real quick on his computer and then uploading it to YouTube and like he's
Oh,
controlling
yeah.
the YouTube channel.
It is cool. Like, he calls his friends to like, yo, the video's up, if you want to check it out, leave a comment.
Yeah.
Like, then you
Yeah,
see the ticker
exactly.
goes up and he's like, oh, and he snorts a line or something.
Yeah. Maybe I can take a stab at it like later writing the Logan Paul episode.
Okay.
If you want me to.
100%. If you're going through all this work, it's like, why don't you just actually shoot a real late night show? And then I was like, exactly what we're talking about right now. I was like, well, because you're never going to get a host to do this. You're never going to make these things actually happen. So when you're writing it, I think like keep that in mind. Of, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you want to see
Yeah, definitely.
happen?
Definitely.
Because now we can control any outcome.
It's like almost like I wish we could save them for a later episode, but it's like if it's a pilot that you're pitching, I feel like
Yeah. And you can, it's kind of funny that our Dad Mods pilot we're shooting with West Coast is with Jake Paul.
Really?
Our pilot for this is Logan, they're gonna be like, yo, leave us the fuck alone.
As you guys know, we're doing a new merch line. We're doing a big promo for it, and we want to look at this as a much different approach than kind of like our merch. Kind of think of this as an apparel line.
This isn't just like new designs, it's also like full on new like actual material and sewn in neck labels and all of the shit is like way elevated. Gone are the days of like posting a meme carousel and like throwing like a t-shirt at the end of it, you know, like we're not gonna do that.
A lot of it should be more like organic content that you guys are used to making, not like some of like your audience might not want to hear you talk about like, oh hey, this is elevated and it's dropping here and there, but like I think you save a lot of that stuff to like the day of, and these skits are more focused on your guys' brand and like highlighting with the clothes.
Do we want to just start brainstorming funny ideas that the content could parlay into? Like,
Yeah. I think
let's
that's a
just
good
start there.
start.
We have a lot of sketches we wrote for old merch we were gonna drop that we never made, and we can use all of them for this. They like walk in on a body and the guy's like wearing their merch and they're like, huh. And it like cuts away and like he's like taking the shirt off the body essentially. We'd have to look at the whole script, but like he like takes it off the dead guy.
Like it's just unprofessional.
Yeah, and it had like evidence and blood on it, but like he wants the shirt, so he knows it's gonna go in evidence.
Just cut back. I could like get like a t-shirt cannon with my character and like start firing it into the crowd.
Oh, that's pretty hilarious.
Kind of building up to that and like screaming like nonsense. Like bleeding.
Yeah.
And like all the doors are like we have like planks of
Shame.
woods in the door, nobody can get out. I'm like firing lots of money at them.
And it keeps cutting to an interview like, how do you get out of here? And you just keep adding cuts of them like hitting the ground and like no one's grabbing them.
What about the day of like just quick hitters?
With Nelk and with full set, anytime you opened your phone that day, you were seeing some type of content, you know?
What about like just taking the weirdest people off Cameo and just having them read a script? That's
Great idea, dude.
Like OJ Simpson fucking talking about
Yeah, on Cameo?
Probably.
I'd kill for this shirt.
Yeah, shit like that.
I think, if anything,
Sunday mini hammers? That could sell.
maybe on something.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. We're gonna make the Sunday shoe into a little keychain.
We gotta get that done.
We here at Sunday steal ideas. Hey props. Hey props. Oh, good boy.
See, now Peter won't come after you.
Eat it. We don't waste around here. They're kind of stale.
I was gonna say, I've never seen a dog drop a treat.
I think they're like Halloween flavored. Pumpkin maple bacon flavored. Peter's back on my ass.
Them boys swollen? You know they're not usually this big.
I mean, like my whole left sack is about the size of that orange.
I think the whole
That's what I'm trying to get at.
together when it's cold.
You're one of those tall fuckers with a little sack on him, eh?
Tiny sack.
Like he's hitting it, it's just like. I'd rather have a little penis than a big sack.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're not putting the sack in anything.
I'll throw my sack in. I'm telling you, man. It's just like when they look back and they see little legs. Just pissing all over your balls. It's just like a fountain when you go pee.
You're always like sitting on them.
It'd be like your dick had a hammock when it goes to sleep.
For real.
Just nestled
That's a good
up.
point. That's gonna get in the way. You try doing MMA and shit. Guys, like, you got a cup on or a fucking? You got two cups on?
Everyone needs